Missouri River, Lake Francis Case.
We just pulled off the side of the road, and this doe is coming right there. Oh, there's the other ones on the hill. There's those ones. And then there's those ones.
Pistol shot. There you go.
There's Kevin, and there's the doe.
Out here in Wyoming with Buck Wells and Joe Meints.
Howdy, howdy.
This is what, our third day hunting?
Yeah.
Third day hunting mule deer. And today Joe and I both were able to take these bucks. This is Joe's over here, mine here. Pair of nice Wyoming mule deer. We found a new spot that we found out we could hunt.
First we got to talk about the first couple days.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, we definitely earned these deer. Like, first 2 days we probably covered, I don't know,
600 miles.
Yeah, at least 600 miles, and the deer just weren't in that area yet, or they were still up high and just couldn't seem to find them. So we switched up to a different area, and we decided to try here this morning, and ended up locating a couple, or actually 3 of them this morning, and got set up, and they actually spotted us. And I rolled in a cactus, hence had to change my clothes.
We both did.
Yeah, we both got.
I'm the only one cactus free.
Laid in it, rolled in it, and then we ended up. They seen us in the flat ground, of course. You know, couldn't make this easy on us, and decided they were going to bolt up about 300 yards up the hill and stand there and watch us. So we had to reposition. Ended up sneaking up behind a knoll and getting up on top of it, and they all 3 of them were still standing up there. Ended up taking the first shot 300 yards and hit it, and then ended up having to take a follow-up shot, and then it was Kevin's turn, and I'll let Kevin tell his side.
Yeah, I was using my 6.5 Grendel, and I couldn't see him very well with my scope. I was trying to zoom in and stuff, and I just couldn't see him clear enough, and Joe's like, and plus 400 and, well, he ranged it at about 420 yards, which is quite a poke. And Joe offered his rifle up, and I put it on there and I shot. And Joe called the shot high and right, so I readjusted, second shot, hit him. He kind of staggered around, but I mean, my shot placement's right here. It was a good shot.
Perfect shot placement.
And then he keeled over, and then we began the long process of going up and finding them, and then figuring out how to get them out of it, because I don't know what the elevation change was between way the heck down there versus up where these deer were. But we ended up using some rope and dragging them up with the help of Joe's Ford.
Yeah, the Ford did it.
That's all that Ford could do.
Yep.
Yeah, I tell you what, this is my favorite rifle. Whenever I do any sort of big game stuff, I hunt with a Browning 300 Win Mag, and
Yeah, we spent a lot of time at the range on the first day making sure everything was dialed in, and it paid off.
It paid right off for us because we weren't planning on shooting 300 and 400 yards, so it just happened to work out, and then the fun started when getting them off the hill. And before we get off here, we'll show you what we were working with.
Yep.
But yeah, we're having some fun out here. It's definitely beautiful, beautiful country. Seeing a lot of pronghorn. We're excited for that season to open up here
on 2 days.
In a couple days. So this gives us a couple days to get on some coyotes. Maybe look for some wolves. We'll see.
Showed them some kid fox last night, or swift fox.
Yeah, we seen two swift fox last night coming back into town. That was pretty cool.
Cool little foxes.
Never seen them before. They were playing alongside the road, and we stopped and watched them for a while.
Yeah.
I'm going to switch this camera around and hold it now here. Hold on. All right, here's this one here. This is my buck.
Get down there with her.
Okay.
Get down there with him.
Camera action.
So here's mine. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 by 3. This is my first muley buck ever. And I mean, I'm pretty impressed with the size of these muleys compared to our whitetails.
What would you say? He's probably 19, 20 inches wide?
I honestly don't know.
I would say it's probably inside to inside 19, 20 inches wide, probably. Real tall tines. Nice, what did you say, 3x4?
Yeah, 4. Yeah.
Or that kicker on the back there, too.
This one, that makes 4x3. Yep.
So,
yeah, nice looking buck. I was pretty impressed, and like I said, I like it.
I was about to say, I got to thank my Uncle John for that rifle. I was about to say, ended up getting that from him here a few years ago, and killed a lot of animals with it. And the funny part is a lot of other people that have been with me have killed their animals with it. So
take a good look at yours, Joe.
So
here's Joe's deer. His is
this was supposed to be Kevin's. And, yeah, he's said about a 300-yard poke, no problem.
5x4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, nice 5x4.
Yeah, nice big body. If you look here, the size of the two next to each other, you can see they're good sized animals. That's for sure.
A lot of meat.
Yep.
We hunted them really, really hard. They're definitely not easy, like some people say. But they could be the areas as well too. They could be more populated. The unit we drew, I can tell you that the first area we started in was
Pretty rough.
You had to hunt that really, really hard, and a lot of pronghorn. You're a pronghorn hunter. That area is great.
I think we're gonna be able to get pronghorn a whole lot easier when we got mule deer. What do you think, Buck?
Absolutely. They were running over the top of it.
Right.
We were having to push them out of the way and tell them get out of here. But,
yeah.
No, we're excited. We're definitely ready to get on some predators. We may be even poking up to Montana and try and do some night hunting up there as well. And then I'm excited to do some daytime hunting, because that'll be, if I can shoot one during the day, actually coyote hunting, that'll be my first daytime coyote. But just like Kevin, this is my first mule deer ever. I've never killed one.
Really? I didn't.
Pronghorn will be the same thing.
I didn't know this was your first mule deer. That's cool.
Nope, this is the first.
Sweet.
And I got to share the experience with Kevin.
There's a funny.
This is the view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's a view. I'll do a full pan around there. We're up on a plateau right now, which is where we drug the deer up from.
We didn't even know this was up here.
Right. This is the country we're in. There's a bunch of cattle way over there. And then up here on this plateau, it's completely flat all the way out to the mountains over there. I mean, you can see frickin' forever. And then just as a little perspective, so you see that hill right there? That's where Joe and I were when we shot. My deer we found right down about there, and Joe's deer was over that edge. Let's see, there we go. Over that edge right down there, probably about what, 30 yards over the hill?
Yeah.
And then we had to bring him all the way up this nice hill. So that
might not look very steep, but It's steep. It was not fun.
Yep. I think we made Buck work harder than he really wanted to today.
I'm too old for this crap.
But yeah, it's beautiful country out here. The weather's been great. We're seeing animals, and we're bringing.
We came overdressed. We didn't bring enough underdressed.
Exactly.
So, you know, Phil is out there. Phil Ellis with Shiver Shield. He's like, "Hey guys, where's your Shiver Shield pictures at?" And we're like, "It's 70 degrees."
Yeah, I think yesterday I got up to almost 80.
Yeah, almost 80.
Yep.
And the temperature's been weird. This morning it was windy.
Yep.
And I don't think we would have even been able to connect with these if the wind wasn't there this morning, because they'd have heard us and spotted us before we could even get set up on them.
Yep, it's been really dry, which is something we talked to some of the locals about. They said, you know, it's really been dry, so this is actually, there's a river over there, and I think that's what was key for us, is getting close to a water source with it being so dry up here.
We've definitely seen some big ones. Yesterday morning we saw 2 good ones like these, and saw a monster, probably 170, 180 class whitetail, and just
almost peeled a couple with the truck.
Well, yeah, the truck almost had a nice whitetail in the bed of it. You know, I don't know if they sell tags for Ford pickup trucks. I don't need one. You know? So.
Yep, but we're having a good time, and we're going to keep at it here, see what else we can, what other kind of trouble we can drag Buck into. I don't know what he thinks of us so far.
But yeah.
Send help! Send help!
I think it might be time for some coyote hunting. What do you think?
We can damn sure do that. In fact, about 18 miles that way.
Yeah, gotta get a little
my
bit.
best coyote country right there.
Yeah, we had some vocals yesterday morning at a spot we went for deer, and they were howling. We thought we seen one out by an irrigation, but we weren't sure. He never came around to where we could get a poke at it either way, and we were focused on deer at that point anyway. But we've been running a few vocals at dusk, and we've been hearing them out here, so we know they're around. So 4x3, and his is a 5x4. So a couple of really nice muleys, especially for first ones.
Yeah, definitely for some first timers.
Yeah, you did good, guys.
We look like amateurs, but we get the job done.
Kevin Rought and Joe Meints with Overdrive Outdoors, out here with our lovely host Buck Wells and
his friend Chuck.
We're actually in Montana tonight. Was this our first set in Montana?
Yeah, this was our first set in
First
Montana.
set in Montana, one of Chuck's spots. Buck was running the call, and took a little while, but this male came in good too. You're using rabbit distress on the Icotech, right, Buck?
Yeah. Cottontail.
Probably only took, what, maybe 10 minutes?
Yeah, it wasn't very long at all. And he came in, he beelined in almost perfect. At first I thought there was 2 out there. And Joe says, no, that's a rabbit. And I'm like, it sure did move like a coyote. And then a matter of minutes later, the coyote pops out coming in. We were sitting on a knoll above a big flat ground. And it came to the bottom of that knoll, and we both lost it in the grass.
Yeah, the grass.
Joe's running the Pulsar.
Did you say Ultra N355 with a, what is that? Silent trickle suppressor?
Yeah, and I've got my 6.5 Grundle with a ATN 4K on it. No suppressor, unfortunately. And we both lost it in the tall grass for a minute, and then it skirted out and came around. And I took the first shot on it and spined it, and Joe polished it off for me. So, I mean, really good teamwork all the way around.
Yeah.
Chuck spots, Buck's calling, and Joe and I on the guns tonight. So, yeah, coyote down. It's a nice male. There's a lot of red to it. He's not a real old coyote, I don't think. He looks like he's got some nice long, sharp teeth, yeah. Fur actually looks pretty darn good. Nice fluffy tail on it. I'm not going to show you the gory parts because the 6.5 Grundle definitely put a hole in him and Joe put another hole in him. So we'll just show you the pretty part right here. So stay tuned, everybody. We'll have more to come. And thank you again to Chuck and to Buck. Hopefully more fun to come.
Yeah, see if we can get a few more down.
There we go.
Overdrive out.
Okay.
Ready?
Hit or miss?
Miss. She's right next to that box. Okay, she's clear. But she's almost right behind. There you got her.
You got it.
Good job, man.
Right in front of those 2 bucks. What's the range? Walk quartering towards us.
She in front of that looking house. Okay, yep, I see her. Perfect. Get on the impact. Nice job, dog.
You're shooting my coyotes by antelope.
Tell us, Joe.
Well, we just killed 2 freaky Wyoming antelope.
One.
Both females
Yep.
with horns.
Yep. So here's where we're at. Let's see if I can zoom in here. There's antelope number 2 that I shot. There is the one that Joe shot. So we're going to go out and collect them now. Well done, gentlemen.
Good job,
Thank
bud.
you.
I think it's
We got Kevin's
Yeah, I get
2018 doe antelope with horns.
Yep.
So now, now that is number 2.
Beautiful.
Freaky antelopes, females out of one herd. We've been searching for these for, I don't know, pretty much all week, trying to find them. Every time we see a herd of them, look for them, and ended up, like I said, found a landowner and had a pretty good herd here. And sure enough, there are 2 freaky does with horns in that pack. What's the chances?
You don't get much faster of a kill than that.
And Kevin, you know, he likes to save the meat, you know. So he grazed the top of this one's head.
Scalped it.
Yep. Well, you said what,
243.
243. 6.5 Grendel with 100 grain nozzle ballistic tip, and I'll have video of it on the ATN.
Yeah. You excited, Kevin?
I am. I'm really happy I was able to put something down with that rifle, in terms of a big game animal. So, and plus it's my first ever antelope. One shot, one drop. That's what I like. I don't like to see them run or anything like that. And
mine was out there a little farther, couldn't get steady.
But yours dropped really good too.
But yeah, that one folded right up. None of them ever moved again.
Nope.
So it was quick, easy,
love it.
Euthanized, done. That is so cool.
Good job, guys.
Here we are walking up on Joe's doe this morning that we just shot. Let you see the whole thing here. There she lays. Pretty excited for your first antelope, Joe?
Oh yeah, I'm super excited.
Oh, look at those nubs.
We've been looking and looking and
Look
looking.
at that. That's Joe's freaky doe right there. He wanted a doe with antlers and he got it.
We've been searching around for them, and lo and behold, there she is right there.
Yep.
You can see no black.
Yep.
This is the hardest part to tell on a doe when you're looking for a freaky one with horns, is that black. We have scanned and scanned and scanned and looked, and finally.
And we did a lot of spotting today. I mean, special thanks to Chuck for letting us use a spotting scope today.
Yeah,
that made a huge difference.
Spotting scope, we'd be in trouble.
Yep. That made a huge difference.
I mean, that is a beautiful.
Yeah, it's a beautiful, nice,
Beautiful.
mature Wyoming freaky doe, as Joe likes to call them.
A freaky doe.
Yeah, see that horn's got a little twist in it.
Yep. Here's our excellent guide, Mr. Buck Wells.
Here. Like I said, he just drops us off in the morning and says, have at it, boys.
Lay down in the seat, go to sleep, wake up when the gunfire's over.
I would say that. How many pronghorn do you think we looked at, Buck?
I never counted, but there was a shit pot full.
Right.
And like I said, this is number 1 of probably 1,000.
Yeah, there's been a ton of antelope out here. Like, I don't know, I've heard locals say they're just like ants out here, you know, and
Pretty much.
we've been able to look at a lot of them, that's for sure. But
well, what's even cooler is we've actually searched a lot of the BLM property, a lot of the walk-in property, but this doe was actually taken off of the program from the Wyoming Fish and Game, that when you retain a license, especially a doe fawn license, they send you a letter in the mail that of farmers that are having problems with these antelope eating on their crops, and phone numbers. So this is actually a landowner that we called off that list, and so we're happy to take 2 of them out of here for them. So
yep.
That program is actually working because they're here, we found them. And
yeah, and yesterday a guy had taken one in the field across the road.
Right, he was skinning and gutting his.
Yeah, so, you
so
know.
don't feel scared to ever
call those phone numbers, because when them guys are complaining that they're there, they're there.
Yeah, and they want them gone. Every landowner that you've talked to on the phone, Joe, has pretty much said, yeah, get out there and get them.
They're like, you brought 5 tags, right?
Right.
So.
Yeah.